So another piece of news I thought was interesting is, who knew that copying Amazon would be the advice for education? Here's an interesting thing. So
Yeah.
over in the US, there was a court case between Amazon and Perplexity. So Perplexity are one of the AI providers, and they built something called a Comet browser, which allowed shoppers to use AI to go and do their shopping, right? So
Yep.
the user would say, I want to buy some socks, and the Comet browser would go off and do it. And what it allowed was the user could get the Comet browser to log in as them and order the socks for them.
Mm.
But Amazon didn't like this. They said that it was their decision about what they wanted to allow technology to do on their platform. So that by a
That's
user
interesting.
sending their AI to the Amazon website,
Yeah.
Amazon said that breaks their terms and conditions. So Amazon sued Perplexity,
Mm.
and Amazon won.
Wow. Okay.
So I think this is really interesting. This is all about shopping, Dan, but now it's all about education. So it's a really interesting thing, because if a platform provider can say, we do not allow our users to use this technology to access our website, does that mean that if you're Blackboard or Canvas, you could do exactly the same thing and effectively sue Perplexity or other AI providers if their students start using their AI agent to log into your LMS?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of agentic connections, say
Mm.
from Copilot into Canvas and things like that, where you can find out what you're doing.
Yeah.
But we talked about this in the last few days, actually, in some of the events that I was in. The next level, even further than agents, is when, and it was announced at Build as well, from a Microsoft perspective, is where there's going to be sessions that you can run on Windows, for example, that allow the computer, or the AI to take over your credentials and
Yep.
log the things, so book flights and stuff like that, which is what the technology OpenClaw does, which is now being built into Microsoft Copilot as well. So taking control of your actual computer with your own credentials and booking a flight, that's the next level. It's going from co-work, where you ask it
Yep.
something and then leave and come back, to then being able to go, hey, I do need to buy those things, talking into your AI when you're in your car going, oh, damn, I forgot to do my shopping today, and doing my online shopping order and doing it for me, taking over my credentials, and then having this gate or this, I don't know, whatever, portcullis coming down from Amazon going, stop, you can't get into this is breaching our terms. There's a really interesting implications for all of that.
It means that the control stays with the platform, not the user. So although the user might say, oh, here's my password, go and do this thing for me, go and do my course for me.
Yes.
Blackboard, Canvas, Moodle could block it. And obviously they'll have to keep blocking multiple things. Today it's Perplexity. Tomorrow it might be stopping Copilot from doing that. But geez, this is really important for education, because it is going to become so important as students are doing online learning that we have some control over them. And as an institution, you want to be able to say, I don't want my students logging on with an automated bot to my learning management system.
I think there's going to be a layer of AI which isn't there now, which is going to be a global standard, I'm guessing. This is my thoughts on it, where there's going to be almost like a trigger on individual websites which allow that use. It isn't there at the minute, but an Amazon can stop things. It may be part of the HTML code base or whatever, like web development stuff that's coming through, but it'll just stop things. So whether the bookings.com will allow you to do that, or Airbnb will stop you, I'm sure they're going to have to put some triggers in to allow and deny those kind of bots. But really interesting that for education.
Yeah, and I think that fight will happen over in retail and travel bookings and stuff like that. But I can't think of a reason why an LMS provider would not want to block these. So that's good news, I think, for institutions.